Hi everyone, you are watching Dad and Daddies, and I am your host, Devin Gibby. Welcome to my new place. I moved in a little over a month ago. I love it. It's not fully set up yet because I've been traveling for like half the time that I lived here. But for now it's a little tropical, a little Palm Springsy, even though I live nowhere near tropics or Palm Springs. But maybe I'll give you a tour when I finally get everything put together. So, I want to talk to you in this video about how I told my kids that I'm gay. I get a lot of questions about that. I did a poll on my Instagram a few weeks ago asking you if that would be something you'd be interested in hearing. It came back very affirmative. So we're gonna talk about that, but first, this video is sponsored by Johnson & Johnson. As much as I would love to just make videos for you out of the pure goodness of my heart, I don't have that luxury yet. So I am very appreciative when I get sponsors so that I can take the time to make you guys some videos. So yeah, Johnson & Johnson is a company that I am really proud to be able to continue to partner with. Since I started my business and started doing social media full time, they have been a big supporter of me. So thank you to them for sponsoring this video. Pride just happened and it was a whirlwind. I hope you all had an amazing Pride. I celebrated it here in Salt Lake, I celebrated it in LA, I celebrated it in San Diego, and then a few weeks after Salt Lake we had Love Loud here, which was another Pride celebration. So I feel really lucky to have been able to celebrate it as much as I have, and I just really love Pride because it's so great to see the support of the community. We joke about how, like you see the memes on Instagram or whatever, we joke about how come July 1st, like corporate America immediately forgets about the gays. And while that may be the case for some companies, I am happy to say that is not the case with Johnson & Johnson. And let me tell you why. Johnson & Johnson not only supports Pride events throughout the country. For example, a Family Week in Provincetown, Massachusetts, they are a huge sponsor of. The Family Equality Council puts that on every year, and Johnson & Johnson is there. And guess what? They are sending me there this year in a few weeks, so I am really excited to be a part of that. Also, they regularly donate to LGBT charities like Trevor Project, and they enact LGBT friendly policies in their workplace, such as transgender inclusive insurance plans and benefits for same-sex couples. And so for Johnson & Johnson, it enables them to have an inclusive, safe workplace for LGBT people. And I think that we need more companies who value our community the way that they do. They have even been recognized by the HRC as being an industry leader. And so thank you, Johnson & Johnson, not just for sponsoring me and messages that I have to share, but for doing a lot of good and being leaders to the rest of corporate America on how LGBT community can be made to feel safe and welcome at work. Moving on, I want to talk to you about how I told my kids that I'm gay. So, as you know, I was married to a woman. We co-parent still, she and I, and we got divorced 5 years ago. And when we got divorced, I didn't really explain everything to them because they were very young and I didn't think that they would understand. But as they got older, I began to just help them to understand why their life is the way that it is. Why sometimes they live with mom and sometimes they live with dad, and also just why dad is the way that he is. So 6 months after their mom and I split, I started dating Rob. And they didn't meet him for another month or two or later after that. But as I was preparing to move in with Rob, I wanted to make sure that they understood what was going on. I actually found this book. It's called Daddy's Roommate, and it's like super, it's like, okay, let me just show you. It's from like the 70s and 80s. See, like, he's got this really stereotypical porn stash going on here and like this 80s fro. It's a super cute book, and it pretty much told my story perfectly for them. So the book starts out, it's like my mommy and daddy got a divorce last year, which is like, it's like perfectly accurate for what happened in my family. It says, now there's somebody new at Daddy's house. In this case, it was Daddy moved in. Dad and his roommate, Frank, live together. They work together, eat together, they sleep together, shave together, and sometimes even fight together. Which I love, because it's like establishing healthy expectations of relationships. Sometimes couples fight, but they always make up. And then he goes on to talk about his relationship with Frank, Dad's roommate. He reads to me, helps me catch bugs for show and tell, he chases nightmares away, makes peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And then it talks about what they do on the weekends together. When weekends come, we go to ball games, we visit the zoo, go to the beach, and like talk to strangers. we work in the yard shirtless. We sing at the piano. These are all like gay stereotypes, but I love them. It's super cute. And the thing that I love about this book is that basically, I mean, became my life. I even adopted the porn stash. And for 4 years, that was my life. And it really did a good job of just helping the kids see that this is normal and not weird to them. And so I read this book to them all the time. My favorite part about it is the very end. And the mom is talking to her son, and I love that it lets the mom be the one to explain. Mommy says Daddy and Frank are gay. At first I didn't know what that meant, so she explained it. Being gay is just one more kind of love. And love is the best kind of happiness. And so, sorry, didn't expect to get emotional about this. That helped my kids see that it was normal, and that two men being in a loving relationship is perfectly acceptable. And that's what they saw. They just saw two men who were happy, and that was our family. Clearly that's not how my life is anymore in the past few months now that Robert and I are not together anymore. And I'd be lying if I said that it wasn't hard. And I think actually telling my kids that Rob and I were separating was a lot harder than ever telling them that I was gay. I took my kids to go get frozen yogurt when I told them, and I just wanted them to be in a place where they could be with just me, and so we were sitting there at Froyo, and I said, Rob and I are separating. I just kind of had to lay it out on him, and my son started sobbing, and my oldest son then took him by the hand, and he said, it's gonna be okay. We still love each other as a family. We went through this with Mom and Dad when they got divorced. We're still gonna be a family because we have love, and love is the best kind of happiness. So, anyways, I've got amazing kids. They've seen me through a lot. They've seen me through 2 long-term relationships now. They've been a great support to me, and they've been resilient and amazing, and they are thriving now, and I couldn't be more grateful for them. And their role in my life, I'm really grateful for them and for how they've anchored me. Anyways, I know that a lot of other dads struggle with this issue of how to tell their kids that they are gay, and a lot of dads I know come out later in life and their children are perhaps less accepting of it because here they've known their dad one way, and then to have him come out to them, it's like they see him in a whole different light. But I feel like the youth of today are getting to a point where sexuality doesn't really matter, because it really doesn't. What matters is that the people that we love are happy, and are healthy, and you know, nothing gets in the way of the relationships that we have as parents, as family members. And sexuality has nothing to do with that. It doesn't make me a lesser parent. Being gay doesn't make me a lesser parent. If anything, it's challenged me to become a better parent. So, I didn't mean to get so like serious with you, sorry. But I'm really grateful. Thank you for watching this video. I feel so fortunate to be doing what I'm doing, and I have so many other things I want to do with this platform. Thank you for being here and watching, and I would love to hear more from you. Here's a poll. Random poll that has nothing to do with this video. So I am going great. As you can see, in the past 6 months, this isn't like bald spots in my beard. This is like hair that's going gray. Fully graying out here. It started with just a spot right here, and now it's just like animal print all across my face. I tried dyeing it, it doesn't work. And I trim it so close it would I would have to dye it all the time. So, do I A, embrace the gray animal print on my face, or do I B, shave it all, or do I C, just keep the mustache? So A, embrace it as it is, like I have it. B, shave everything. Or C, just do a mustache. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thank you again, Johnson & Johnson, for watching. I hope you guys watched the video that you sponsored. Thank you again for sponsoring this video. And everyone else, like and subscribe. Bye.